Adarsh. Good morning, ma'am. Any doubt? Hmm. What is the question? Till page number 31. That is dipole, right? No electric flux also. That means only electric dipole is present, right? See, check out my page number 27, 1.11. 1.10 is not there, and we are having 1.11, right? Huh. And 1.12 is present, is there, right? Dipole in a uniform electric field is there. 1.13 you don't have, right? Yes or no? Actually, electric flux is linked with Gauss law, means the next topic. That's why they neglected this topic, it seems. Okay, ma, we'll go to electric dipole, right? Yes, that is what we have to start. Actually, we have to start electric flux, but electric flux they are not starting now. But it is there, ma. Without knowing the electric flux, it will be difficult to study the Gauss law. So while taking yes, this is yes. For this exam, actually this topic, electric flux is linked with Gauss law only. So they'll take before Gauss law the electric flux. Okay. Shall we go to electric dipole now? Today we may complete that one, ma. Yes, sir said. Yes, sorry, sir said the same. I'll send you the link, ma. I'm recording it. I'll send you the link so that you can copy. And this is very, very important derivative part. So while studying, just go through the derivative part and how you will write your exams. It will get recorded before it. They'll write. I'll just answer. Okay, ma. Go through this one. This is very important 5-mark question. So next one, what we are going to see, for sure they'll come in the, they'll ask in the 5-mark. That is electric dipole. What is it? Electric dipole. Previously we came across this word. Whenever we study the electric field, what we did, what is meant by electric dipole? Di means what? Two, right? So when two poles are joined together, they are known as the electric dipole. And here we are taking one is of negative charge and the another one is positive charge, and both are separated by the distance 2a, where 2a is the distance between the two poles. Okay, so one is negatively charged, another one is positively charged. Di means two, so two poles, one is negative, another one is positive, but both are of same in magnitude and they are separated by the distance 2a. From the origin, if you go for, what is the half of the distance, ma? If the total distance is 2a, what is the half of the distance? A. And what about this side also? It is also a only, right? And they are lying along the x-axis. Yes or no? What we took is they are lying along the x-axis. So positive charge is lying along the positive x direction, negative charge is lying along the negative x direction. So if you go for the unit vector, yes ma? Two charges, one is negative, another one is positive, and they are separated by a distance 2a. So what is electric dipole means? Two equal amount of the charges which are opposite and they are separated by a small distance is known as dipole. So what is dipole? Two equal and opposite charges. Equal and opposite charges means what? Equal in magnitude, but they are opposite in polarity. Getting per? So two equal and opposite charges and they are separated by the distance, a small distance. 2a we are giving, but 2a is very, very small. They are separated by the distance 2a is known as a dipole. This setup is known as a dipole, and O as the origin if I am taking, means center point of the dipole. Then one dipole is located at the distance a and the another one is also located at the distance a from the center. but where they are lying as the dipole according to the coordinate system, what is this axis? X axis, right? Yes or no? According to the coordinate it is x, and this side it is minus x. So plus q is lying along the plus x axis and minus q is lying along the minus x axis. We are just considering as it is lying horizontally, we are considering as a coordinate system comparing with the x, and this is towards positive x and this is towards negative x. Sure ma? What is dipole? So dipole is nothing but two equal and opposite charges and they are separated by a small distance. That small distance is here we are taking 2a. 2a is the small distance between the two charges. Sure? So this is what dipole. And dipole, whenever you study about the dipole very carefully, we have to look into the dipole moment. One of the very important formula is, which we always should know, dipole moment. Moment is nothing but the moment. Moment, dipole, moment value, dipole, moment vector, we should be very much familiar. Dipole அப்படிங்கிற வார்த்தை நம்மளுக்கு வந்தது question paperனாலே dipole moment ஓட value நமக்கு கண்டிப்பா ஞாபகம் இருக்கணுமா. Dipole moment is nothing but one of the charge present into the distance between the two. What is the formula? Dipole moment, which is represented by P, one of the charge present, charge value into distance. What is charge value? One of the charge, as they are both the same in magnitude, what is the charge value? Q. Yes. What is the distance between the two charges? 2a. So what may be the value of the dipole moment? It is 2qa. Okay. So this is very, very important. Dipole moment formula, P is equivalent to 2qa, and according to the electric field lines, whenever we are talking about the negative charges and positive charges, what will happen? Positive charges will get away and negative charges electric field lines towards இல்லையா. பட் இங்கே இருக்கும்போது dipole moment நீங்கள் எப்பயும் எப்படி தான் கன்சிடர் பண்ணணும்னா, it always moves from the negative charge to the positive charge, means increasing way. நெகட்டிவ்ல இருந்து தான் எங்கே எடுத்துகிட்டு போகணும்? பாசிட்டிவ் டைபோல் மூமெண்ட். புரியுதாப்பா? ஓகே. ஸோ இட்ஸ் அ வெக்டர் குவான்டிட்டி. வெக்டர்னு எடுத்தோன்னா இங்கே என்ன எடுத்துக்கணும்? பி வெக்டர்னு எடுக்கணும் இல்லையா. So P vector is equivalent to 2qa into, and the unit vector also we are using the same letter because dipole moment is the letter P. So here P cap. What does P cap indicates? P cap is nothing but the unit vector which gives you the direction. Okay ma? Is it clear what is dipole moment? Negative Q to positive Q. Yes. Because inside the line we are taking like magnet only ma. Whenever you take two magnets, what we consider, if this is a south pole and this is a north pole, outside the dipole it always moves from north to south, right? Magnetic field lines, but inside the magnet it moves from south to north, right? Yes or no? Outside the magnet north to south, inside the magnet south to north. And here when joining the lines we have to take from negative to positive. Getting per? That is negative charges like south pole and positive charges like north pole. Okay. Sure pa? Any doubts? So what is dipole moment? One of the charge or magnitude of the charge into the distance between the two charges. What is the charge value? One of the charge, if you go for magnitude, as both remain same, we can take plus q into the distance between the two charge is nothing but the 2a. So q into 2a is your dipole moment, which is nothing but 2qa, and unit vector I am giving by the same letter which is P cap. Any doubts? Dipole and dipole moment. So again I repeat. Okay ma. Again I repeat. Electric dipole is nothing but two equal and opposite charges are separated by a small distance is known as the dipole. If they are asking what is dipole, you have to write this one. Two equal and opposite charges and yes ma? Yes ma, I will tell you. See, the total charge of the electric dipole is obviously 0. See the second paragraph. This does not mean that the field of the electric dipole is 0. Since the charge q and minus q are separated by a small distance, The electric fields due to them, when added, do not exactly cancel out. They didn't given exactly the definition. 1 second. See the first line, ma. An electric dipole is a pair of equal and opposite point charges q and minus q separated by a small distance 2a. You can write that one. First two lines, pa. Okay, first two lines. Actually, we should not mention the q and minus q 2a and all whenever we define. Here they have given us we are taking minus q plus q 2a. But dipole order definitions nu pathina two equal and opposite charges and they are separated by a small distance. Avladha number sollanum. Okay. Okay, in book they have given like that, you can follow the same, but general definition is two equal and opposite charges and they are separated by a small distance. That is what dipole. Sure, pa? Okay. So to dipole, and dipole moment is nothing but charge into the distance, which is nothing but 2qa p cap. And we have two cases. This is important derivation part. What we are going to see, both are same. Two derivations are there. Both are very important. There are two cases. When the dipole is lying along any, the test point is taken along the axial line of the dipole. I am going to find the electric field value. Going to find the, I'll tell you, going to find out the electric field of a dipole. Dipole ku enna kandupidikka porona electric field kandupidikka porom. Aduve எந்தெந்த ஆக்சிஸ்ல நீங்க டைபோலோட எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டு கண்டுபிடிக்க போறீங்கங்கறத பொறுத்து we are having along axial line, first case. Second one on equatorial plane. I'll tell you what are all the equatorial plane. You can say equatorial plane. See, if it is lying, what is we are saying? It is lying along x-axis we are saying, right? Yes or no? As it is lying horizontally, they are lying along the x-axis. If I am taking the point where it lies, now என்னோட test point, என்னோட dipole எந்த axisல lie ஆகுதோ அதே axisல எடுக்கிறேன் அப்படின்னா that is along axial line of the dipole. புரியுதாப்பா? test point நம்ம எடுக்கிறதும் என்னோட dipole lie ஆகுறதும் என்ன இருக்கணும்? same axisல இருக்கணும். So that is called axial line. Okay. If I take the dipole along the y-axis, this is lying along y-axis, right? And axial line, if you want to take, you can take this side or this side, no problem. You can take any side. It is not only positive or negative. You can take any one point, either positive or negative, and here also either a positive value or negative value. But thing is that on which axis the dipole is lying, you have to take the test point also on the same axis. That is what axial line. Sure, what is axial? Yes, ma? It may be of any plus x or minus x, plus y or minus y. Any one point we have to take. Equatorial is nothing but 90 degree perpendicular along the axial line. Equatorial, what is the word equatorial? Equatorial is nothing but perpendicular axis, perpendicular line. If it is lying along the x-axis, you have to take 90 degree. So 90 degree if I am marking from the axial line of the dipole, then the point will come in this point. Equatorial plane you have to take. On the equatorial plane, one point I have to take as a test point, which is 90 degree with respect to the axial line. Okay, pa? Okay. So if I see first case I took here, right? What is the axial degree? 0 degree. Dipole is also lying along x-axis, point also taken along x-axis. What is the angle between the both? It is 0 degree, right? If I take the equatorial line, then the point will lie 90 degree with respect to the dipole. Sure, ma? Is it clear? So axial line is nothing but 0 degree phase difference. It should lie on the same plane. And equatorial plane is nothing but which should lie on the 90 degree with respect to the axis of the dipole. Yes, clear, ma? Okay. So the first one is axial line. First one is what? Axial line. I am taking the test point which lies along the axial line of the dipole. So this is my dipole. What is the value? Here I am taking minus q and here I am taking plus q. You follow the same path. Okay. இங்கே என்ன எடுத்திருக்கேன்னா டைபோல் நம்ம வரையும் போது இதுதான் எடுத்திருக்கோம். இங்கே மைனஸ் q, இங்கே plus q, and one point I am taking which is test point C lying along the x axis of the dipole. Okay, yeah? And what is the distance? What is the total distance between the two poles now? 2a. Good. So from the center, this is a and this is also a. And the test point where I have taken is just with the distance r from the center of the dipole. Then distance என்னதுப்பா r. இது என்னது center of the dipole. Center of the dipole இருந்து நான் test point எவ்வளோ distanceல எடுத்திருக்கேன்? r distanceல எடுத்திருக்கேன். Okay? And can you let me know the distance between the plus q and the c and minus q and the c? இது எவ்வளோ distanceல இருக்கும்? இது எவ்வளோ distanceல? Half r. How? Is there anything mentioned about this distance, ma'am? We don't know, right? And the total distance is we know that is r, but we don't know about this distance, right? This is what we want, but we know this distance. What is this distance? A. So can we say r minus a is the distance, this distance? Shall we? So this is both the hands, see both the hands, this is r and this is a. So r minus a gives you this distance. So that is what r minus a. Sure, pa? And what about this one? This is r and this value is this a. So what is the distance from minus q to c? R plus a. Getting? How to find? You have to mark all these things. Okay. Just mark dipole to the test point C, and from the center the point C is located at the distance r. And what is the distance from plus q and minus q? Plus q is located at the distance r minus a. Minus q is located at the distance r plus a from the test point if you go for. Okay. And tell me, test point is always we keep positive charge, right? Mostly whenever we see the test point, test charge means positive charge we are taking. If I keep the positive charge at this point, what happens to the positive and positive? They will start repelling each other. Yes or no? And if I keep the positive charge here and negative charge here, they will try to attract each other, right? Yes, ma'am? And that is one of the way we can determine the electric field, how it works. Otherwise, if you say this is a positive charge, what about the electric field lines for positive charge? If it is a positive charge, goes away. So the electric field due to the positive charge will get away from the charge which is E plus Q will be away. Arrow mark should come away from the point C. And what about the negative charge? Electric field lines are towards. So it will be like this, right? Getting? But see the length of the line, this is more comparing to this one. Length of the line. In book also they have shown that difference. This length will be very, very high comparing to the negative charge length, negative charge electric field. Can you see? So this point, right? Positive charge they have given very much lengthy comparing to the negative charge values. Negative charge, it is very, very less length of the line. Yes, ma'am. Why? Because electric field is more when the charge is closer, the test point is closer to the charge, and the electric field value is less when we get away from the charge. So C lies closer to plus Q or closer to minus Q. C lies closer to plus Q. So the electric field at the point C very, very high. It experiences very high electric field due to the plus Q. And it will be very less comparing to the plus Q. The minus Q will hold very less electric field. Clear? It's a vector quantity. So the magnitude of the line we are giving by representing the length. If length is more, magnitude also more. If length is less, magnitude is also less. That's why E plus Q is given somewhat lengthy comparing to E minus Q. Okay, pa? Sure? Because the test point C is lying closer to plus Q. As it is closer to the plus Q, the electric field due to the plus Q is more comparing to the electric field due to minus Q, as minus Q is lying away from the point C. Sure, ma? You have to show this difference too. E plus Q length line of the length should be more comparing to the E minus Q. Any doubt? Shall we go to the next one? So first point is taking define. You have to define what is dipole. After defining, you have to say what is the diagram part, where it is located, and other things you have to mention. What is the general formula for electric field? Electric field or general formula another E is equivalent to or 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square, Q by R square, right? If it is for positive Q, shall I write 1 by 4 by epsilon naught positive Q divided by positive Q is located at the distance R minus A, so shall I write R minus A the whole square? Shall I? Because plus Q is located at the distance R minus A. Between the point charge and the test point, if you measure, the distance is R minus A. So here we can give 1 by 4 by epsilon naught plus Q divided by R minus A the whole square. Yes, ma? Tell me for E minus Q also in the same manner. E minus Q 1 by 4 by epsilon naught. Minus Q. What will come? It is due to minus charge, right? So here we have to give minus Q R plus A the whole square. Or if you want to mention in terms of vector, we have to use vector quantity. Means what is the thing? Put a vector symbol. What is the vector value we are using now? P cap. Dipole what is the value? P cap we are using. Okay, we can take plus I minus I also, but at last again we have to change. So you go to the general one. Dipole moment means what is the unit vector? P cap, P cap. Okay, pa? Sure? Any doubt? So the E due to plus Q will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught plus Q divided by R minus A the whole square. And E due to minus Q will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q divided by R plus A the whole square. Unit vector I am using the same P cap, P cap. Or if you want in terms of vector, this minus we can put here also. But thing is that we can say it is lying along the negative x-axis. Negative x-axis means unit vector also will hold the minus. So minus P cap. We can use in any way. Okay. Whenever minus Q you are finding, your equation should hold minus. Only that is the thing. Okay. So according to superposition theorem, we have to add the individual electric field to get the total electric field, right? Yes or no? What superposition theorem stated? Add the individual value to find the net electric force or net electric field value. Remember, ma? So what is the E net? E net in our form? E due to plus Q vector and E due to minus Q vector. Because only two poles are lying. Only two poles means two electric field. One is E plus Q, another one is E minus Q. So what is the formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught plus Q divided by R minus A the whole square into P cap minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R plus A the whole square into P cap. Am I correct? Minus Q we had, no? So that minus I took here. E minus Q, right? Here we put minus there. In the previous equations we had minus here, right? Remember? And that minus I am taking here. Okay. So what are all the common things? We can take the common things out, right? So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q is also common in both and P cap is also common. So shall I write 1 minus R minus A the whole square minus 1 divided by R plus A the whole square into P cap. Shall I? Getting ma? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q 1 by R minus A the whole square minus 1 by R plus A the whole square into P cap. Now we have to expand this one and go for LCM, taking cross multiplications too. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into, if I expand this one and taking LCM, R square plus A square plus 2RA, and this side R square minus, because minus is there, right? Minus R square minus A square plus 2RA divided by A minus B the whole square into A plus B the whole square. Formula is A square minus B square the whole square. Okay, no problem. R minus A the whole square into R plus A the whole square. That is A minus B the whole square into A plus B the whole square. Formula is A square minus B square the whole square. So here R square minus A square the whole square. Yes, pa? I expanded the terms as well as I took LCM also. So while taking the LCM, here R square plus A square plus 2RA, and this side minus of, it will come minus of, but while multiplying the minus, minus R square minus A square minus into minus plus 2RA. Sure? Any doubt, ma? Okay. Then P cap. Then cancel the values. R square A square will get cancelled. Then 2RA plus 2RA, it will be 4RA, right? The numerator. And take R value is very greater than A comparing. It is not taking. Obvious. What is dipole? Dipole is nothing but two equal amount of charges which are separated by a small distance. What is the word we use? Small distance, right? When 2A itself very less, A will be very less comparing to. For example, if they are separated by 0.5 meter, 0.5 centimeter, then half of that one will be 0.25 centimeter, which is very less, right? Yes or no? But what is R? R is the distance from the center to the test point. Comparing to A, R will be very large, right? Yes or no, ma? Getting this one? When R is very greater than A, neglecting this minus A square will not make any difference in the equation. For example, if I am taking R is equivalent to 2 and A is equivalent to 0.2. What is the value of 2 square? 4. Clear? And A square, already it is 0.2. 0.2 square 0.04. 0.2 square என்னவா இருக்கும்? A வந்து 0.2 னு எடுத்தோம்னா 0.2 ஓட ஸ்கொயர் என்ன ஆகும்? 0.04 ஆகும் இல்லையா? அப்ப A square ஓட வேல்யூ இன்னும் கம்மியா தான ஆகுது comparing to this one. Comparing to R square minus A square will be very less. So can we neglect A square value when R is greater than A? So when R is very greater than A square becomes negligible. This is what. Because already A is very less. When A itself very less, A square will be very less comparing to the previous values, right? Yes or no, ma? Getting this one? This point is very important here. When R is very greater, A square is negligible. So what is the remaining equation? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q into, here we are having 4RA, then the denominator R square the whole square into P cap. Yes? Why we didn't neglect in the numerator, ma, the A? Multiplication with R. Multiplying the 0.1 makes a lot of difference, right? Yes or no? As here we are having subtraction, we can neglect. But here it is in multiplication. 5 when it is multiplied by 0.1, it makes a lot of difference. So you cannot neglect in multiplication. You can neglect only in the subtraction or addition. Okay, pa? Is this clear? This line? So nothing, we are just finding the E plus Q first, E minus Q first, and adding both the values according to superposition theorem. Add both the values, take the common things. You are having only the distance values, 1 by r minus a the whole square into 1 by minus 1 by r plus a the whole square. Take LCM and cancel the terms. You are getting only 2RA and 2RA. Adding both the values gives you 4RA, and at the denominator I am neglecting the a square value as a is very less. When a is very less, we can neglect the a square. So r square the whole square, which gives you r power 4. Okay, Paul? Shall I? Yes. So what happens? Next step, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q. R power 4, r will get cancelled, which you will get r square, r cube. Clear? And this q also I am taking inside the bracket now. Shall I write? R cube inga irukuma? 2 into 2RA 2q into q உள்ளார எடுத்துட்டு போறேன். 2q into 2RA divided by r power 4 into p cap. Shall I write like that? 4 பிரிச்சிடுறேம்மா. When I separate 4, what will happen? 2 into 2. Q I took. So 2q into 2 into r into a divided by r power 4. R and r power 4 will get cancelled, so I will get r cube, right? Yes or no? So again rewriting this equation like 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2qa p cap divided by r cube. Shall I? 2 into 2qa p cap divided by r cube. Yes or no, ma? And what is this 2qa p cap? Remember the dipole moment? What is dipole moment, ma? Charge into the distance, right? So the dipole moment value here we can mention like p vector is equivalent to 2qa p cap. Substituting that value, what we will get? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught to 2p vector divided by r cube is my E vector along the axial line of the dipole. Yes? But only 2qa is p vector, no ma? So 2qa only I know that is p vector. So 2 into 2qa gives you 2p vector. Getting? No need to go for 4. If you have 4 here, then again you have to separate only. Or you can write 4qa p cap is nothing but 2p vector. You can go in any way. Yes, the same thing. So for a dipole, when it is electric field of a point charge, what is the value? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by r square, right? R square, electric field for a point charge. But if it is a dipole, it is inversely proportional to r cube. Yes or no? Getting ma? So distance value here we should be very careful. It is not square, it is cubic. R cube. And in the numerator also not only the charge we are having dipole moment, which is 2p vector. Sure? Any doubt, ma? Along the axial line? Just see the book. Check out your book, ma. They didn't given that much briefly, but here we took somewhat briefly. But you go according to the derivative parts. That will be easy. Instead of mugging the things, you can go for the derivative. Okay? They have given in 2 steps. Simply 2 steps they gave. They didn't expand the terms, but you expand the terms and go for it. Okay, ma? Okay. So what is the next one? For point on the equatorial plane. What is the next one? Point on the equatorial plane. Is this clear? Axial? Okay. And equatorial also they gave very short, but it will take vector diagrams and all. So listen carefully. Next one is equatorial. equatorial line or equatorial point. What is the thing? We should take a dipole. Dipole is having one is minus q, another on. And one more thing, ma'am, we have to mark dipole moment. So dipole moment will move from minus q to plus q. I forgot to mark in the previous one. Previous one, mark dipole moment p vector, which should lie from minus q to plus q. Okay, ma'am? In the diagram I would have missed that one. Just mark that one. It should move from minus q to plus q. Okay? Okay. Now what is the point? A point should lie on the equatorial plane. This is what equatorial line, right? Yes or no? Perpendicular to the axial. So and here I took the test point, and the same from the center, the test point is located at the distance r. From the center, always the test point is located at the distance r. If this is r, what is this value? Half of the dipole from the center? A. Good. And what about the remaining one? This also A only, right? Yes or no? And what about this distance? Can you say this distance, how much it will be? According to Pythagoras theorem, if this is R and this is A, this will be root of 2RA, Pythagoras. See, this is A and this is R. What is the value? This is hypotenuse value, root of R square plus A square. Remember? C square is equal to A square plus B square. So C square is equal to A square plus R square means C value is root of R square plus A square. Right? Okay, this is also R, A, and this value is root of R square plus A square. What about this side also? It will be root of R square plus A square only. Yes or no? Yes or no, ma? Getting that value? Root of R square plus A square. As these two distance remain same, what about this distance also? They will remain same only. Okay, now come here, the electric field. This is plus Q. Plus Q means electric field line will get away from the charge or towards the charge? Away. So the electric field line, it will get away from the charge. So the direction will be E plus Q vector away from the point charge. Yes? And negative Q, electric field line's representation will be towards the charge. So this is towards the E minus Q, which is E minus Q. Yes, ma? What we did there, the same thing only. There we draw the electric field lines away from the charge and towards the charge, E plus Q and E minus Q. Here also the same thing. If it is a positive charge, away from the point. If it is a negative charge, towards the point. Right? And here only one difference, they are making an angle. As they are lying on the axial line, there is no any phase difference. So 0 degree we took. And here we don't know the angle. So what is this angle? I am taking theta. What is the angle, pa? Theta. If this is theta, if two vectors are making an angle theta, how to find out the resultant vector, ma? According to triangle's law, this is E minus Q and this is E plus Q vector. And when they are lying, when they are making an angle, we have to take the resultant vector in between. According to the triangle's law, where the resultant vector will become, it will lie in between, right? This is what the resultant vector, which is E total. Remember, ma? Triangle or parallelogram law, we can say in any way, but here the angle means the resultant vector lie in between. This is my resultant vector, E total. Getting? This is my E total. If this is angle theta, similar angle, this also theta. Yes? If this is theta, adjacent angle, this is also theta. Sure, pa? See, I am drawing only these things separately. Just listen. This one I am taking separately and I am drawing it. What is this one? E plus Q vector. What is this one? E minus Q vector. What is in between? E resultant vector or E total vector. and here also it is making an angle theta, here also it is making an angle theta. Getting? And this distance is all same only. Here, similar angle, similar triangle they are. Here also A, here also A, here also R. This point for this triangle also R only. And this distance is root of R square plus A square. This distance is also root of R square plus A square. Like previously we had R plus A and R minus A. We don't have that values, right? Both are lying at the same distance. Root of R plus A square. Here also root of R plus A square. Only one difference is they are making an angle theta, right? Puridamma? See, whenever they are making an angle theta, we should remember according to the free body diagram, or while drawing the free body diagram also, we follow cos theta and sin theta. Remember that one? Towards theta, cos theta. Opposite, sin theta. So remember that one carefully. Towards theta, I will repeat. Towards theta enna component edukkanum. Free body diagram, whenever any making, if it is making an angle, see, along x axis a vector is making an angle theta அப்படினா நம்ம என்ன எடுத்துக்கணும்னா towards theta என்ன component lie ஆகுதோ அந்த component cos theta component னு எடுக்கணும். theta எந்த axisல இருக்கோ அந்த axisல இருக்கிற component என்னதுமா? cos theta component. அதுக்கு பர்பெண்டிகுலரா ஒரு லைன் எடுத்து வரைஞ்சிங்கன்னா அது என்ன காம்பனண்டா இருக்கும்னா sin theta காம்பனண்டா இருக்கும். புரியுதமா? So towards any vector, whenever it is making an angle, இது எப்பவுமே மறக்க கூடாது. Whenever any vector is making an angle, that vector will get divided into two components. One is horizontal component, another one is vertical component, or cos theta component or sin theta component. Cos theta will be lying always towards theta and sin theta will lie perpendicular to the cos theta component. Okay amma? அப்போ theta இங்கே தானே வரைஞ்சிருக்கேன். அப்போ towards theta என்ன component இருக்கணும்? cos theta. அதுக்கு perpendicularல என்ன component இருக்கணும்? sin theta. Okay? புரியுதம்மா? இப்போ இந்த இடத்துல நம்மளுக்கு theta இருக்கா? See, this is theta. So forget about this vector. This vector is making an angle theta. So that will get divided into two components. Yes. And towards angle theta, enna component edupom? E plus Q cos theta. Right? Opposite, perpendicular direction la enna edukanum? E plus Q sin theta. Yes or no ma? What about this one? Now forget E plus Q vector. E minus Q vector along theta enna component edukanum? E minus Q cos theta. Perpendicular E minus Q sin theta. I repeat again, just wait. I am taking the vector values and I want to find out the resultant vector. Whenever it is making an angle theta, I should remember the free body diagram because vector is making an angle theta. So theta, whenever it makes, it will get divided into two components. One is cos theta component, another one is sin theta component. So towards theta enna edukanum? Forget this vector. Forget minus q ma. So E plus Q cos theta, E plus Q sin theta. Okay. Forget E plus Q. E minus Q along theta, E minus Q cos theta, opposite E minus Q sin theta. Okay. Any doubts, pa? Okay. So check out these two vectors. These two vectors are lying in opposite directions. Yes or no? Here E plus Q sin theta towards positive y and E minus Q sin theta towards minus y. So both are equal but they are lying opposite to each other. So when you add, according to superposition theorem, when you add, these two will get cancelled. Yes or no? We can say in that way, or one more way we can say, as the resultant vector is taking the negative x-axis, what are all the two vectors lying? E plus Q cos theta and E minus Q cos theta, right? Yes or no? So these two vectors are coming acting along the E total. Yes or no, pa? So when you want to find out the E total vector, you have to add only two vectors. What are all they? E plus q cos theta and E minus q cos theta. No need to bother about the sin theta as they are acting equal and opposite direction. Sure ma? Any doubts? So what about E total? Okay ma. Okay. Shall I continue or I have to stop? Okay. So what about the E total vector will be? E total will be E plus Q cos theta vector as it is dipole. You can take a dipole moment vector P cap plus E minus Q cos theta into P cap, as both are lying towards the negative axis, multiply by minus, or one second, I'll write in vectors itself. E total vector will be E minus Q cos theta into minus P cap plus E plus Q cos theta into minus P cap. Why I am taking minus? Because both are lying along the negative x-axis. So it will be minus P cap and minus P cap. Yes. Okay, getting this point, Paul? Only two vectors. They are lying along negative x. So I put minus P cap minus P cap. Because minus x direction, so minus P cap I used. Okay. Tell me the magnitude. Is it possible to have different magnitudes as both the charges are same, distance remains same, and they are similar triangles? Same magnitude, right? Magnitude will remain same. So what is the magnitude of E plus Q and E minus Q will be? Can you? 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is the magnitude of E vector will be? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by, what is the distance from the charge to the test point? One triangle I am drawing. So this is plus Q and this is the point C. This is R, this is A, and this is root of R square plus A square, right? One triangle it took. What is the distance from the charge to the test point? Root of R square plus A square. This is what we have to take, right? Root of R square plus A square, the whole square. Yes or no, ma? According to the formula, what is the value? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by the distance square. And the distance here is root of R square plus A square. So root of R square plus A square the whole square, which will give you 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R square plus A square. Am I correct? Square root and will get cancelled. So it will be 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by R square plus A square. Okay. E plus Q, E minus Q, both the magnitudes same, and I don't know the cos theta. This is the angle theta, right? Yes. What is cos theta from this equation, from the triangle? Cos theta will be base by hypotenuse, adjacent by hypotenuse, a by root of r square plus a square. Yes, pa? So now we know all the terms, right? E plus q and e minus q both are same. Cos theta value remains same. So shall I take this E total as, so E total vector will be 2 into E plus q or E minus q into cos theta into minus p cap. Shall I write like that? 1 plus 1 gives you 2. So 2 into E plus q cos theta into minus p cap. Is this point clear? So if you are getting up to this one itself, it is over now. Most of the things will get clear. So E plus q, E minus q, how to find out? And what is cos theta? Why I am going for this equation? As it is making an angle theta, I have to consider whenever, even in the numerical part, whenever the vector, they are taking an angle theta, means you have to divide the components into two. One is cos theta component, another one is sin theta component. In this case, sin theta components gets cancelled out each other, so we took only cos theta. Okay, pa? Shall I substitute all the values in this equation? Yes. Any doubts, ma? Up to this? Okay. Okay. Substitute. Just substitute the values. What is E total will be? E total will be 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q divided by r square plus a square E, and cos theta will be a divided by root of r square plus a square into minus p cap. Yes, pa? And see, in the denominator we are having here r plus a the whole square and here root of r plus a square. So this power is 1 and this power is 1 by 2. So 1 plus 1 by 2. Shall I write 3 by 2? What is the power of this term? 1. What is the power of this term? 1 by 2. So multiplying both the values, 1 plus 1 by 2 will be 3 by 2. Right? So 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q a minus p cap divided by r plus a square power 3 by 2. Am I correct? Yes, pa? Then take 2 also inside. Minus. Take the minus out. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 q a p cap divided by, again go to the assumption, when r is very greater than a square becomes negligible. A value will become negligible, right? Then r square power 3 by 2. Am I correct, pa? A one neglect பண்ணிட்டேன். I neglected the a as well as r square power 3 by 2. And these 2 will get cancelled. Yes? Only what will be left then? What is the remaining term? 2qa p cap. How I can rewrite the equation? Very good. Dipole moment. So E equatorial will be minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught p vector divided by r cube. Yes or no, ma? Yes, pa? And shall you say, see here we are having minus p vector, right? Always we take the dipole moment from minus q to plus q. The dipole moment p vector. When it is minus, when I am taking the minus of p vector, then it will lie from plus q to minus q. Can you check in the figure? P vector direction? Yes. Here it is given from minus q to plus q, but it will vary, right? When I am having the minus sign, it will start moving from, it is wrong, ma. In the book it is given wrong. Can you check? P vector direction maru. P vector engarthu engama pogum. It will start from plus q and it will go towards minus q, as I am having minus in the equation. Okay. And for axial line there is no problem. It will start from minus q to plus q, and for the equatorial plane it will start moving from plus q to minus q, as I am having minus here. Okay, ma? Purida? So, ரெண்டு டெரிவேஷனும் கண்டிப்பாக ஒரு தடவை இன்னும் கிளியராக பாருங்கள், ஏன்னா இதில் இருந்து கொஷின்ஸ் வரும். ஓகே, டெரிவேட்டிவ் பார்ட் கேட்காம இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. I'll tell you, together I'll tell you now. 2p vector, shall I rub this one? Is there any doubt? We have to compare both the things also. They will ask you 1 mark question based on that. So I will tell you that too. E axial. What is E axial point? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught 2 p vector divided by r cube. Yes. And what about E equatorial? Minus p vector divided by r cube. Yes. If you go for the magnitude, comparing both the magnitude, shall I write E axial is double of E equatorial? Shall I? Yes, ma? 2 if I am taking it common, 1 by magnitude I am talking. I am not talking about plus or minus. So if you compare the magnitude, E axial will be double of the E equatorial, or E equatorial will be 1 by half of the E axial, right? Yes, pa? See, they will give you any one value. 1 mark question they will ask, like, they will give you any one of the value, what is E axial or what is E equatorial. They may ask you to find out the another one. No need to go for any derivation, charge value, nothing. Simply we can relate to the E axial is equivalent to double of the E equatorial. If they talk about the direction, both are opposite direction. Both are acting along opposite, because here we are having plus and here we are having minus. So it will be opposite to each other. Which one will be more, ma? E axial is more or E equatorial is more? Yes, because double of the E equatorial is only E axial, right? Yes or no? So which one is more? E axial. So we can say the electric field value is very greater when the point is taken along the axial line, not on the equatorial line. Whenever you are taking on the equatorial, or if it is making an angle, whenever it makes an angle, the electric field value will start decreasing. Along the axial only it will gives you the maximum electric field. Getting, ma? These are all the key points. So along axial line, if you are taking the point, you may be able to get the maximum moment of the electric line. But whenever you make an angle theta, what is happening? As the theta value is keep on increasing, electric field value also will keep on decreasing. And electric point charge is inversely proportional to r square. When you talk about the point charge, E is inversely proportional to r square. But when you talk about the dipole, E is inversely proportional to r cube. In both the equations we are having r cube, right? Yes or no? So which point will reach 0 point? Which electric field will reach 0 very soon? R square. Yes, good. Because there r cube is there, right? Yes or no? So it will reach very soon. Okay, sure. These are all the points we have to remember whenever you go for conceptual question as well as the numericals point. Okay, pa? And one more. They will ask you the 2 more question like that. A dipole when it is lying along this axis. Next class we will start numerical. Your book numerical example sums we will start. Okay. Yes, only up to this one only, no? No. Dipole in uniform external field it is there. You said no? Uniform external. Yes, I will teach you that also now, and next class we will start with the numericals. Okay. Okay. See, if any point charge is lying at this point, minus q, and one point charge is lying here, plus q, and another charge is lying here, plus 2q, and the distance here is 2 meter, and this is also 2 meter, and this is 4 meter from the origin, and they are asking find the dipole moment of this setup. They assembled like this and they are asking you to find out the electric field or dipole moment. Find the dipole moment of this setup. Dipole moment they are asking. Then what we have to say? Dipole moment means charge into distance. Yes, very good. Only thing is we have to remember what is the formula? What I told you, charge into distance. So for example, first one, go for individual one. Minus q, charge, distance, how much? 2 meter. and it is lying along which axis? Positive x. So shall I put plus I cap? And what about the next one? Yes, ma'am? No, it is not compulsory, but they have given in the options the unit vector values. Then we should not, they'll give you one is with respect to plus I, another one with respect to minus I also. So while calculating itself, if we calculate with the unit vector, that will be easy. If they are not mentioning the unit vectors, then no problem. Okay. So minus q into 2 into what is the unit vector? Plus I cap. What about this one? Charge into distance into unit vector j cap, right? Charge into distance into what is the axis? Plus y. Plus y means what? J cap. Yes, pa? What about the next one? Plus 2q into 4 into minus j cap. So if I add minus 2q I cap plus 2q j cap minus 8q j cap. Am I correct? And this one will get minus 6q, and here it will remain same. So what is the value? Minus 2q I cap minus 6q j cap. Okay, pa? And 2q as a common term also you can take. Minus 2q if you are taking as a common one, then I plus 3q. You will get like that. Yes? That depends on the answer. Whatever the answers they are giving depends on that. You can find out that value. Okay, ma? So any doubt about the dipole moment? Obvious, you will get a question from the dipole moment as well as the electric dipole. Once again, you go through all the topics. In between, if you are having the doubt also, just let me know. No problem. Okay. Sure, ma. Whenever you are revising, I'm saying whenever you study the topics, if you are having any doubt and you are not able to get anything, any equation, just let me know at that time. No problem. Okay. So next one is dipole in a uniform external field. Yes. What is meant by uniform? Uniform and non-uniform. We are having two types of electric field. Very good, very good. Magnitude and direction, if it remains same everywhere, that is known as uniform. And if it varies, any one of the component, if it varies also, that we say non-uniform, right? Yes or no? And the dipole, what I am taking? Uniform electric field. When the dipole is lying along the uniform electric field, what I am representing is uniform electric field. And you should say the dipole is lying along the uniform electric field with the value minus q and plus q, and they are separated by the distance 2a, right? Yes or no? Electric field remains same, but the charge is varying. What is when the charge is varying, the force acts on the point charge, that is plus q and minus q. They'll be equal and opposite, because what is the relationship between F and E? We studied F is equal to Q into E. Yes, pa? E remains same, but Q is varying, right? One is plus Q, another one is minus Q. So one charge due to plus Q will be plus Q into E, another force due to minus Q will be minus Q into E. Yes or no? It's a vector quantity or scalar quantity? Force? Vector. So one is plus Q, another one is minus Q, means they will act equal and opposite to each other. If F plus Q I am taking towards the positive y-axis, and F minus Q will be acting towards the negative y-axis. Clear, ma? Why I am taking opposite? Two equal and opposite. Equal in magnitude, but they are acting opposite to each other because the charge value is opposite. Charge values are opposite, so the force values are also opposite. So when two equal and opposite forces are acting, they will induce couple. What is couple? Coupling. What does mean by couple, ma? Couple means two equal and opposite. Couple. Whenever two equal and opposite forces are acting on the object, they undergoes the couple. Couple is nothing but two equal and opposite forces. and they will induce the torque induced பண்ணும். Remember driving, how we are giving the driving part? If this hand goes rise, automatically this comes to the lower part, right? Yes or no? So two equal screw, any screw, if you open the screw, what will happen? The mold what you are giving, the direction what you are applying the force, the screw comes opposite to it, right? Yes or no? Tap, rotating tap, and all these things are, what is that? Couples only. Couples means two equal. If this finger moves towards right side and this finger will move towards left side. Yes or no? So what they induce is opening of anything. Whatever you are opening by giving the rotation you are giving means that is induces the torque or couple. Once couple introduced means what is the thing happening there? Torque is induced. So if two equal and opposite forces are acting on the dipole, they will induce the couple. So this dipole will start rotating. இப்படி லை ஆயிட்டு இருக்க இந்த டைபோல் என்ன ஆக ஆரம்பிச்சிருமா, they will start rotating due to the force acting on the object. So what is the very important point there? When the dipole is lying along the uniform external field, it starts experiencing the torque. Due to the induced torque, it will start rotating. Sure? Is the concept clear? What is meant by torque? Why torque is introduced? So two equal and opposite forces starts acting on the dipole. When two equal and opposite forces are acting, they induces the torque. Due to the induced torque, they will start rotating. Okay. I am taking only one electric field line. Uniform electric field throughout it is same only, but I am taking only one electric field, and the dipole starts rotating due to the torque, and consider that this is making an angle theta. If this moves to angle theta, obvious from this axis also it will move towards theta only. Same angle, right? ஒரே angle தான இருக்கும். இங்க இருந்து whatever the angle it rotates to this level, the same rotation will happen at the lower part also. So this angle is also theta. What is the half of the length? A. This length is how much? A. What about this length is also A? Yes. And I don't know this distance how much, and I don't know this distance also how much. Yes or no, ma? What is torque value? Torque is nothing but force into distance. Force value I know. What is it? Q into E. But I don't know the distance. Force value எனக்கு என்னன்னு தெரியுமா? Q into E ங்கிறது தெரியும். So that is Q into E value I know. But what I don't know, the distance I don't know, that I am taking as X. Distance எனக்கு தெரியாது, அது நான் என்னன்னு எடுத்திருக்கேன்மா, x ன்னு எடுத்திருக்கேன். This distance and this distance if I am adding, I will get the total displacement of the dipole. இல்லையா? இந்த டிஸ்டன்ஸும் இந்த டிஸ்டன்ஸும் எவ்வளோன்னு தெரிஞ்சிடுச்சுன்னா எனக்கு total distance எவ்வளோன்னு தெரிஞ்சிடும். So இந்த டிஸ்டன்ஸும் if I draw a line, this distance will be same or not? இந்த டிஸ்டன்ஸும் சேமாக இருக்குமா இருக்காதா? So can I say this distance is x? எடுத்துக்கலாமா? Displacement எடுத்துக்கலாமா? புரியுதா? இது ரெண்டுமே கொஞ்சம் ஈக்குவலாக வரைஞ்சிட்டிங்கன்னா that will look similar. இந்த லென்த்தும் ஒரே லென்த்தில் எடுத்துகிட்டு வந்தீங்கன்னா see now they look similar, right? This distance and this distance. So this distance and this one same, which is taken as the total displacement of the dipole moment, which is x. இல்லையா? பட் ஆனால் எனக்கு இது தெரியாது. I don't know this distance. When you don't know the opposite value, and I know the theta and the hypotenuse, which formula? Shall I use sin theta? Very good. Sin theta. Sin theta, what is the value of sin theta? Sin theta is opposite divided by hypotenuse. In this case, shall I write? இங்கே ஒரு x value இருக்கும், இங்கே ஒரு, for example, here I am taking some value y. So y divided by a ன்னு எழுதலாமா? அப்போ அந்த y ஓட வேல்யூ என்னதுமா? a sin theta. y is equivalent to a sin theta. இது a sin theta னா இதுவும் என்னவா தான் இருக்கும்? This is a, this is don't know, so that also a sin theta. அப்போ இங்கேயும் என்ன இருக்கும்? a sin theta தானே இருக்கும். இருக்குமாப்பா? Getting-மா? So if this is a sin theta and this is also a sin theta, what is x then? X equivalent to a sin theta plus a sin theta, which will be 2a sin theta. Getting? How to draw? So go for sin theta. Sin theta would value opposite by hypotenuse for any value y is equivalent to a sin theta. In the distance தான் எவ்வளோன்னு தெரியும். This is a sin theta and this is also a sin theta. What about the total x will be a sin theta plus a sin theta? It will be 2a sin theta. Getting? So shall I substitute q into e into 2a sin theta? எழுதலாமா? 2qa e sin theta. Shall I? What is 2qa? P. So P E sin theta. Very very important formula. The torque induced is equivalent to P E sin theta. So in terms of vector, if you want to rewrite the equation, shall I write? In terms of vector, if you want to write tau is equivalent to P vector cross E vector. Shall I? Tau vector. You can write in terms of vector. So tau vector is equivalent to P vector cross E vector. Em cross போடுற மல்டிப்ளிகேஷன்ல என்ன டேர்ம் இருக்கணும்? sin theta இருக்கணும். cos theta இருந்ததுன்னா என்ன காம்போனன்ட்? டாட் இல்லையா? sin theta இருந்ததுன்னா என்னது? cross இல்லையாமா? So what is tau vector value? Tau vector is equivalent to P vector cross E vector. Any doubt ma? Okay ma. See இங்கேயும் கீழே அதான் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க. See this paragraph and this figure. P vector always moves from minus q to plus q. Okay? P vector ஓட வேல்யூ எப்போவுமே எங்கே இருந்து தான் எங்கே போகணும்? மைனஸ் க்யூலேருந்து ஆரம்பித்து ப்ளஸ் க்யூக்கு போகணும். In case if you are having any angle, change in the angle, what is the answer we are having? If theta varies. Next case, how it is acting, how they are acting parallel and anti-parallel. So what is tau ma? Tau is equivalent to P sin theta. Clear? When theta is equivalent to 0 degree, what will happen to the tau? Is there any torque? Because sin 0 is 0 dear. Cos 0 the 1. Clear? Remember? Clear? Sin 0 is 0. So tau oda value enna aidudhu? 0. So when tau is equivalent to 180 degree nalo, theta is equivalent to 180 degree nalo, tau oda value enna aidum? 0 da. புரியுதம்மா? அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம் பா? If this is electric field, இந்த மாதிரி டைபோல் லை ஆனாலும் ப்ளஸ் q மைனஸ் q, அதே எலக்ட்ரிக் ஃபீல்டில் நான் ரொட்டேட் பண்ணி இங்கே ப்ளஸ் q இங்கே மைனஸ் q வைக்கிறேன்னாலும் ஐம் சேஞ்சிங். திஸ் இஸ் ஆங்கிள் 0 டிகிரி, theta is equivalent to 0 டிகிரி. திஸ் இஸ் theta is equivalent to 180 டிகிரி. ரொட்டேட் பண்ணி இந்த பக்கம் வச்சுருக்கேன் இல்லையா? அப்போ ரெண்டு கேஸ்லையுமே என்னோட டவு என்ன ஆகாது? ரொட்டேட் ஆகாது. இட் வில் பி 0 ஒன்லி. ஓகே புரியுதம்மா? அதுவே theta is equivalent to 90 degree இருந்ததுன்னா என்ன ஆகும்? tau value will reach the maximum which is P into E. எப்பெல்லாம் உனக்கு induced torque is maximumனு சொல்கிறாங்கண்ணோ அப்படின்னா நம்மளுக்கு என்ன அர்த்தம்ப்பா? என்ன அர்த்தம்? theta ஓட வேல்யூ 90 டிகிரியில். அப்போ எப்படி லை ஆகும்? என்னோட டைபோல், if this is electric field, dipole will come perpendicular direction. இப்படி லை ஆக ஆரம்பிச்சிடும் 90 டிகிரியில். ஓகே புரியுதப்ப? ஸோ whenever they are giving, this is the key point, maximum tau is a maximum value experience. The dipole experience is a maximum tau or maximum torque when it is kept in the uniform electric field. means na அப்படின்னாவே நம்மளுக்கு உடனே கொஸ்டினில் என்ன கொடுத்துருக்க மாட்டாங்க? டீட்டாவோட வேல்யூ கொடுத்துருக்க மாட்டாங்க. அப்படின்னா டீட்டாவோட வேல்யூ என்ன இருக்குன்னு அர்த்தம்ப்பா? 90 டிகிரி இருக்குதுங்கிறது தான் அர்த்தம். புரியுதா? இஸ் திஸ் கிளியர்? ஓகே. ஸோ parallel and anti-parallel, parallel இருந்தாலும் சரி anti-parallel இருந்தாலும் சரி, along the uniform electric field axisல லை ஆகுதுன்னா it will not experience any torque. ஓகே, perpendicular directionல மட்டும்தான் என்ன பண்ணும்? torque experience பண்ணும். So these are all the three cases for torque. Sure pa? So theory part covered everything. So just go through the theory part. If you are having doubt, just let me know. And next class we'll start the numerical part from the example 1.1. And you go through as much as numerical it is possible. Okay, try to do well. Okay, my next class can we have on Monday? Is it holiday or you are having working day? Okay, ma'am, let me know the schedules. Or Saturday, Sunday. Yes, ma'am. No, actually Monday evening I get busy. Sir will be taking at 4:30, I think, for you, right? Yeah. Tomorrow morning at what time? I get free before 10. After 10 I get busy, ma'am. When it is possible for you? Okay, we'll let you know. Evening if it possible. Tomorrow evening if it is possible, I'll let you know for sure. Okay. Evening no problem. No, Saturday evening. No, that is what I have to check. Saturday evening.